Hey guys, it's Becky. I am back with another process video. Today I'm going to be using quite a bit of the Simple Stories Vintage Blessings line or collection for my layout. I'm also going to throw in a little bit of Heidi Swap. I'm going to use that Heidi Swap paper right here from Magnolia Jane for my background. I'm using it on the striped side. Here I'm going to go ahead and show you all the other papers that I think I am going to be using. Now I am going to be using a sketch, a Creative Scrappers sketch. I've mentioned before that I have a goal to use all the sketches from Creative Scrappers. It's going to take me 10 more years. Right here I'd already typed up my journaling. You can see it on that white piece of paper. I decided I'm going to print it on this yellow gingham. This is kind of a mistake because here's the sketch, but it was kind of a mistake because the words blend into the yellow. I keep it that way. It's fine. I'm gonna leave it that way. The story's down, it's told, and that's what matters. So whatever, but going forward I am not going to be putting my journaling on it's not really even a busy pattern. I don't know what the problem is. I think that the yellow is just way too dark. I won't be doing that in the future. Right here I'm going through the papers, seeing what I might want to do. If you saw that sketch, it was kind of a little bit of a grid. There was a little bit of a grid to it. I'm going to go ahead and cut some pieces up for the grid. I really like this pink polka dot. I do use 2 pieces of this. Like that. Do you hear my dog going crazy in the background? I don't know if you can hear her or not. Right here I'm showing you this Simple Stories pad. I do pull a little bit out of this one as well, and I think it's called We Are Family. Anyway, she's going bonkers because Jim, we're getting a pool. We're going to have a pool put in. We're going to get a fiberglass pool, and we live in a subdivision, so we have an HOA, homeowners association, so he has to get all of our neighbors' approval. He has to have all our neighbors sign this piece of paper saying it was okay. They didn't care if we had a pool or not, which is ridiculous. Okay, we've been here 10 years and we've never done anything, and previous to 10 years this is the first time I've lived in a subdivision that had a homeowners association. So that's just ridiculous to me. But anyways, he's going next door like a little Girl Scout selling Girl Scout cookies. It's kind of funny. He wanted me to do it and I'm like, nope, not doing it. I was in the Girl Scouts. I'm done. Alright, so you saw I showed you those foam thickers, and I am going to use the one that says enjoy. That's going to kind of serve as my title just because it's one word and it works. I do put a lot of subtitling on here and it's very long. Very long. Right here you can see I'm starting to put some of it down. What had happened was, this photo I am showing you, I had a doctor's appointment and, okay, first of all, Jim works 30 minutes from our house one way. I work 30 minutes from our house the opposite way. Well, on this particular day, I had a doctor's appointment that was toward his work. So after my doctor's appointment, he came and picked me up from the doctor's office and we went and had lunch, and he took me to Longhorn. I love Longhorn. They have a 7-pepper sirloin steak and it is fabulous. It's like one of my favorite salads. And the only problem is they use like a lot of field greens, but the leaves of the lettuce are so huge and they pile it onto this plate. So when you try to cut the leaves, everything flies off the side of the plate. So you can either make a mess that way or you can shove them into your mouth whole and just look like a goat or something. And I was eating the salad, right, and I had all these leaves hanging out in my mouth, and he's looking at me like I had done lost my mind, and I said, well, this isn't a first date salad, with my mouth full, leaves coming out of my mouth. And he's like, nope, but it might be a last date salad. It was just really funny, and it made me laugh so much, and we're married, so it wasn't a last date salad. They really do need to cut their greens a little bit smaller, but that was just fun. It was kind of a difficult doctor's appointment, so it was really good to have some laughs afterwards. All right, so right here, I'm going to go ahead and start putting down the pieces for my grid. And I don't know if I showed this. I think I took out that We Are Memory Keepers punch board to make a frame for my photo. I feel like I see it over to the left-hand side, but I was too busy going blah, 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 blah to see what I was doing. I don't know why I do that. It's so funny because, like, when I'm talking to you, kind of like telling you this story, I'm actually looking at my microphone. I'm looking at the microphone. I'm not looking at the screen. It is bonkers. This banana. Speaking of bonkers, I was talking to Kayla today, and I kept saying, I've said bonkers like 10 times today, and I don't know why. And she says, well, that sounds like something Grandma would say. Bonkers. It's apparently a thing right now for me. All right, here I'm showing you all these little pieces I had fussy cut out of some paper. I don't know if it was Vintage Blessings or if it was We Are Family, but I am going to give that a scatter around the page. You saw where I also pulled out some pieces from that white foam right there, like there's that flower up there on the Not a First Date Salad card. And here is my photo, and yeah, I don't know if I took that punch frame out for you to see or not, but I used that We Are Memory Keepers frame punch board for that. I had gotten several of those punch boards, and you don't need them. You know, you can make the same frame by hand. You don't need, they're just fun. They're just fun. I got the one for the small alphas as well, and they're just fun to use, I think. If your goal is to just scrap and get a bunch of stuff done, probably not for you. If your goal is just to play and have fun, could be for you. So there you go. So I'm going to go ahead and scatter these flowers around the page. And like I said, they are all fussy cut flowers. I'm just trying to get an arrangement that I like. You see how that journaling, it just fades into the background. It's not my favorite. I am keeping this. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and do this little kind of like making all the flowers fall down at an angle from there. It's really cute. So I think this video is going to go up on January 10th. I'm trying to get a little bit of a jump on things just in case I'm down for a while. And I know you guys understand if if I'm not doing videos, but I don't know. I mean, I really like to do them. I really like to do videos. Apparently I like to just jabber my jaws and talk, right? So, right here I'm showing you one of these Prima colors. Is that called Prima? I don't remember. But I love those. And they always fall off the base. And I can't get them to stay back. I just can't get them to stay on some of them. But it's such a shame because I love those inks. Right here I'm going to go ahead and commit to all these little flowers down here at the bottom. They are tiny, guys. I fussy cut these little teeny tiny flowers. Some of them are like 1/4 of an inch. Really, Becky? You have that time? I don't have that time, but I did it anyway. It's just sometimes just sitting and cutting stuff is so relaxing. Right here I'm showing you some little sequins I found. These ones are Falling Leaves from Spiegelman Scraps, and I also had pulled out a little bit of a Halloween version of sequins I got. I don't know where I got those. They're pretty old. I'm just going to scatter those around the page. And I showed you my glossy accents because on some of those flowers that I put down, I'm going to go ahead and put glossy accents on top of them and make them glossy. Right here I'm just sticking a needle into the glossy accents and making sure it comes out. It was giving me a hard time. That bottle is pretty old, and it's so funny because I got that bottle of glossy accents probably 2 years ago, and I loved using it so much. I'm like, I have to get some more of this. I got like 3 more bottles I have not even opened, and I use it quite a bit, but I haven't even opened it. I hope glossy accents doesn't go bad. Right here I was sprinkling around some Heidi Swap Color Shine. After I do that, I do not do anything else to this layout, guys. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.